Alright, I'm gonna show you how to make this sword in Blender. Let's get started. Firstly, we need a reference to get started, so I found this cool looking sword on Pinterest. So let's add it as a reference. To model the guard of the sword, let's first start with a plane, scale all the vertices to 0, and now trace the shape of the guard by adding evenly spaced points to ensure good topology. Now let's fill in the faces, try to keep them as quads, but for sharp points use triangles because quads at tight corners cause ugly pinching. And add a subdivision modifier to smooth things out, but wait, crease those sharp edges so they stay crisp. Now for the blade, same deal here, but this time slap on a subdivision before outlining, trace the shape, make sure the tip is a triangle, and fill the other faces as quads and adjust those verts to keep everything clean and even. And to add the little bump in the blades, let's select the loop cut where you want the slight bump to be and move it a bit outwards and move the adjacent vertices closer to it to make it look sharper. Then we're going to mirror it on the z-axis to have it on the other side so it looks like it has thickness. And make sure to align the edges so that they merge and remove any overlaps. So if two vertices are overlapping, just move them away from each other. For the guards, extrude it slightly outwards, then select parts which you want to be wide and scale it while using proportional editing. Adjust it using the scroll wheel to adjust the area of the proportional editing. Now for the easiest part, grab a cube, subdivide it, scale it on the z-axis, stretch it out and add a couple of loop cuts to match your reference. And then just adjust some vertices so it exactly matches the reference. For the grip of the handle, just get a cube, subdivide it and shape it, then duplicate with Shift D, then Control plus R of the handle. And join them and refine with the Sculpt Drag tool. To make the outline of the guard, let's select the outer edges of the guard and use the Offset Edges tool. Then select the option to extrude and adjust the value to how much thick you want it to be. And then clean any tight spots or overlaps by just deleting the overlaps and merging the vertices. Now that we're done with the modeling, before moving on to texturing, we need to UV unwrap each part of the sword. Select the vertices in edit mode, and then U, then cube projection, then hit average island scale to keep your UVs proportional to their size, then select pack islands to fill the UV space efficiently. Now export your model so we can work in Substance Painter. Now time to add details. Instead of sculpting or using curves for extra details, a lazy hack is to use height maps, which just makes an illusion of height in the model, keeping everything clean without adding extra topology. So let's hop into Substance Painter, add a fill layer, then add a black mask, and only enable the heights. Paint on the mask where you want your depth info is. For custom patterns, I just didn't draw them. I asked ChatGPT for black and white images to use as stencils, which just works like a charm. For the base materials under the height maps, I kept it simple. I just used the built-in presets for the metal handle, which they work just fine. To help you with using the stencils, you could just add the image you got from whatever source like ChatGPT or online sources and add the image into the stencil tab in the black mask. And then just you'll see a pop-up in the screen, and when you paint, it only paints in the white areas in the stencil. And that's it. A clean sword model. Hit like if you learned something, subscribe for more Blender tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one.